project. In this video, we are going to explain about a project titled Twitter Sentiment Analysis based on Ordinal Regression. In the context of social media analytics, the assessment of Twitter sentiment holds the significant importance as it allows us to grasp the prevailing public sentiment and opinions regarding the diverse subject and occurrence. In this project, we have ventured into the domain of machine learning to construct a comprehensive and precise predictive model. Our aim is to leverage the potency of ordinal regression to scrutinize and categorize the Twitter data into the distant sentiment levels encompassing of positive, neutral, moderate negative and negative sentiments. These endeavors seek to make the substantial contribution to enhancement of decision-making process, targeted the marketing strategy and a deeper comprehension of the public sentiment within the Twitter platform. Through this innovative approach, we aspire to advance the field of social media analytics, enabling the better understanding and interpretation of user sentiment across the diverse topics and the events. Our project aimed to conduct an extensive sentiment analysis on the Twitter data by analyzing the diverse array of the machine learning algorithms such as SVM, random forest, logistic regression, decision tree, ANN, AdaBoost, KNN, and voting classifier. The primary objective is to develop a robust and accurate predictive model capable of categorizing the tweet into various sentiment levels. Through meticulous experimentation and the model evaluation, we seek to determine the most effective algorithm for sentiment analysis on the Twitter data. Ultimately, the project endeavors to offer the valuable insight into the public sentiment, facilitate the opinion mining, and enhance the comprehension and interpretation of the social media trends and user sentiments. By leveraging the power of machine learning technique, we aim to contribute to the field of sentiment analysis, enabling the more informed decision making and the targeted strategy and the response to prevailing public opinion on the Twitter platform. These are the basic requirements that are needed to build this project. The software requirement: Python IDEL with version of 3.7 or Anaconda with version of 3.7 or Jupyter Notebook. Hardware requirements are operating system as Windows, processor of minimum Intel i3 and above, RAM of minimum 4 GB, hard disk of minimum 250 GB. And to know about the flow of the project, these are the steps we need to discuss. The first one is importing the libraries. In this phase, we import the necessary libraries and modules that are used like of NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, sklearn are essential for data pre-processing and the model implementation. And the second one is importing the dataset. The dataset containing of Twitter reviews is imported, which serves as the foundation for the sentiment analysis task. The dataset comprises a collection of tweets along with their corresponding sentiment labels such as positive, neutral, and negative. And the third one is data cleaning. Data cleaning is a crucial step to handle the missing values, remove the irrelevant information, and standardize the data. Test data require pre-processing steps such as lowercasing, tokenization, removing the stop word, special characters, and the hyperlinks. And the next step is building the model. Here, multiple machine learning algorithms are employed to create the predictive model. And the first one is SVM. SVM stands for Support Vector Mission. In the context of Twitter sentiment analysis, SVM is a powerful algorithm known for its effectiveness in handling both the linear and the non-linear data. It aims to find the optimal hyperplane that best separates the data point belonging to the different sentiment categories. SVM can handle multi-classification tasks and is well suited for the sentiment analysis. Weights exhibit the complex relationship between the features and the sentiments. And the second one is random forest. Random forest is an ensemble learning technique that constructs the multiple decision tree and combines the prediction to improve the accuracy and reduce the overfitting. And this project, Random Forest, utilized to create a robust predictive model for the sentiment analysis by aggregating the output of the multiple decision tree. Random forests enhance the overall performance and generalization ability of the sentiment analysis system. And the third one is decision tree. Decision tree is a tree-like model that makes the decision based on a series of rules. It is highly interpretable, making it suitable for understanding the reason behind the sentiment prediction. In our project, decision tree can be applied to classify the tweet into different sentiment categories, capturing important pattern and the relationship between the tweet features and the sentiment. And the next one is logistic regression. Logistic regression is a binary classification algorithm that can be extended to handle the ordinal regression task. It models the probability of a tweet belonging to the particular sentiment category. In our project, the logistic regression can be used to predict the ordinal sentiment label as of positive, moderate positive, neutral, negative, or the neutral moderate negative based on the tweet features. And the next one is KNN. KNN stands for K nearest neighbor. It is a simple and initiative classification algorithm that makes a prediction based on the majority class of its K nearest neighbors. In this project, KNN can be applied to classify the tweet into different sentiment categories considering their proximity to label the tweet into the feature space. And the next one is ANN. Stands for Artificial Neural Network. Is a deep learning architecture comprising the interconnected layers of neurons. In our project, ANN can be utilized for sentiment analysis, leveraging its ability to learn the intricate pattern and the relationship in the tweet data. ANN can capture the complex dependencies between the tweet features and the sentiments, making it a powerful tool for the sentiment analysis task. And the next one is AdaBoost. AdaBoost is an ensemble learning technique that iteratively trains the weak learners and gives the more importance to the misclassified sample in the subsequent iterations. In our project, AdaBoost can be applied to create a strong predictive model for the sentiment analysis, boosting the accuracy of the system by focusing on the default to classify the tweet. And the last one is voting classifier. Voting classifier is an ensemble method that combines the prediction of multiple models by majority voting. In our project, voting classifier can be employed to create an ensemble of the different classifiers like of SVM, random forest, decision tree, logistic regression, KNN, ANN, and AdaBoost. The combined predictions from these classifiers improve the overall performance and the reliability of the sentiment analysis system. And the next step is accuracy comparison graph. After training the models on the dataset, an accuracy comparison graph is generated. This graph visually illustrates the performance of each algorithm and aids in identifying the most effective model for the sentiment analysis on the Twitter data. And the next step is training the model. During this stage, the machine learning models are trained on the pre-processed data set, learning patterns and the relationship between the input data and the sentiment label. And the next step is user gives input. A user-friendly interface is implemented using the Flask framework to allow the user to input their own tweet for the sentiment analysis. And the next step is the given input is pre-processed for prediction. The user input is pre-processed using the same technique applied to the dataset, ensuring the consistency and the compatibility with the trained model. And the next step is trained model is used for the prediction. The pre-processed user input is fed into the trained model to predict the sentiment associated with the provided tweet. And the last one is final outcome is displayed. The final outcome, which includes the predicted sentiment for the user tweet, is displayed on the user interface. This outcome provides insight into the sentiment expressed in input tweet, facilitating a better understanding of the public opinion on the Twitter. The execution of the project. To execute the project, first we need to open the code folder. This is the code folder containing of various files within it. The dataset folder containing of the data and the test data that is used to find the performance of the model. And the static folder containing of the various folders like of CSS, JavaScript, images, assets within it. and the template folder containing of the HTML documents like of home, index, notebook, results, sign in and sign up pages within it. And the test as a folder containing of the test data that will be used for the performance of the model. And the app is an py file which contains the information related to the front-end logic. It includes the code written in Python that handle the server-side operations such as processing the user request, interacting with the database, and generating the dynamic content that to be rendered in the HTML template. And the app and the model is an pickle file which contains the algorithm information and loaded into the project code during the runtime to utilize the trained model for the various tasks, such as making the prediction on the new data or performing the specific operations. And the sentiment analysis is an IPYNB file which contains the combination of code, graph, and output all in one place. It allows the user to write and execute the code in an individual cell, making it a popular choice for the data science. And the signup.db is a file appear to be the database file used to store the user information. And to execute the project, first we need to copy this address of the code folder and then open the Anaconda prompt. Here we need to first change the location of the directory to the F because our code folder is present in appdesk. Then write and command cd space and paste this code folder address. By this it will change to the location of the disk to the code folder path. And then write and command that is python space app.py. By using this command, it will execute the Python script and perform a runtime check for any syntax errors or the logical issues. And then click on enter button. By this, the app.py will run and the Flash framework will host the application locally at the default address like this. We need to copy this local link and paste it on any of the web browser, and I prefer to use the Google Chrome. I'm pasting this link and then click on enter button. It will redirect it to the page like this, containing of the sign in and sign up buttons. Click on the sign up button, it will redirect it to the registration form. These are the details that are need to be filled to create an account. But my account is already created, that's why I'm using the sign in button. It redirected to the sign in page containing of the input details like username and password. We need to fill the details as of admin for the username and of password too. And then click on the submit button. Here we redirected to this page containing of some dialog box. Here we need to enter the test like of I will never understand why my father left me when I was so young. And then click on predict button. It redirected as outcome gives as of I negative. In this way we can predict the sentiment of the tweet. And then click on back button, and by the refresh button here we re-enter the another test. Something inside me dies of Ines. And then click on the predict button. Here it predicted as of neutral test. And then click on this button. I'm very happy of my current job, and also I'm living with my family. Click on predict button. Here it predicted as high positive. and refresh button. Here we re-enter the another message. There are many safe ways to heal your acne. And then click on the predict button. Here it redirects you to the result page and it gives an outcome as neutral. In this way, we can analyze the tweet based on the regression techniques. And in conclusion, before the conclusion is the comparison graph, where x-axis represents the algorithms we used and the y-axis represents the score that assigned for each algorithm's accuracy. And in conclusion, our project on the Twitter's sentiment analysis based on ordinal regression has successfully demonstrated the effectiveness of various machine learning algorithms including SPM, random forest, decision tree, logistic regression, KNN, ANN, AdaBoost and voting classifier in accurately classifying the tweet into different sentiment levels. Through extensive experimentation and evaluation, we have identified the most suitable algorithms for this task. The project's success is analyzing the Twitter sentiment contribute to the deeper understanding of the public opinion and the sentiment towards the various topic and event. Our finding can be utilized to inform the decision-making process, guide the marketing strategy, and facilitate the sentiment based on the analysis across the diverse domain. This project has paved the way for further advancement in the social media analytics and the sentiment analysis technique.
Thank you for watching video. For more projects, please visit our website www.trueprojects.in. For updates on latest project videos, please visit True Projects YouTube channel and subscribe.